I don't know how to feel about this. Hey, just following up with you this morning. My broker is being very strict. So 2.5% is absolutely the lowest that we can do. And he did go ahead and pause the appraisal. So that's no longer happening tomorrow morning. Um, and if we could come to an agreement here, then we'll go ahead and get that back on. But for now, we're kind of at a standstill. You know, do me a favor and have your broker submit their request in writing so we can go over it formally. I'll send them an email as well to request their request in writing. Um, and that way I can have a formal conversation with my parents. Right now, they're feeling very strong armed at this point. I mean, this was not a secret. This was advertised as giving 1.5%. I don't know if you have a buyer broker agreement and how that was discussed with your buyer previously on difference if the seller wasn't willing to go to your minimum commission, but that should have been a discussion before 2 days before. I'll see what I can do. Just wanted to give you the heads up. I am sending over the cancellation, the termination right now, as well as the request for the deposit to be returned because my clients are using their due diligence exit contingency to get out of the contract. Sorry, it didn't work out. Why did you submit the cancellation when your broker just needed to send me the request in writing so that we can negotiate? He said that he wasn't going to do that and gave us three options. And between those three options, my buyer and I agreed that moving on from this deal was the best for all of us. Well, to be honest, these are family members of mine, and the other options kind of were bad for me and put me in a bad situation or paying out of pocket. They just didn't want to put me through that. So they just felt like this deal kind of has bad energy now and wanted to move forward from it. And the lender did tell them that they'll just pay for the next appraisal so that they're not out that money at very least. I mean, honestly, my clients were pretty worried that if you weren't budging on this small amount, then would you be even negotiable for repairs during the inspection if there were issues or if there was issues on the appraisal? They just felt like you and your parents were not really negotiable. Well, I mean, the reason for the pushback was because this was previously agreed on, and the only time it became an issue was 2 days before the due diligence period was up. And listen, my parents are reasonable people.